Welcome back to the Morning Blend. Our next guest is proud of his vision and practice coming to fruition with patient-centered care. It has earned him a well-deserved reputation.
That's right. We're happy to welcome Dr. Madan Kandula back to the Yellow Couch with the newest member of the Advent team, Dr. Ethan Handler. Thanks for being here, you guys.
Thanks for having us.
Great to see you.
Yeah, patient-centered care. That's really kind of the cornerstone of what you wanted Advent to be about since the moment you conceived it, right?
Absolutely. I mean, the cornerstone is compassion, so that it always goes back down to that. And really, at the end of the day, it's really what happens in that exam room, and people can feel whether somebody's genuine or somebody's faking it. We don't fake it. But then, you know, on the back end of that, you got to deliver results. So it's that really that back and forth, that yin and yang between really feeling and empathizing with what somebody's going through, and then really trying to help them out. So.
It's been 12 years now. I think that Advent has been around now, multi-location, multi-specialty, serving patients with a variety of conditions. And I wonder, you know, for people who maybe have seen you talk about different areas of your practice, how do you explain the areas that you specialize in?
Yeah, so we are an ENT practice, so ear, nose, and throat. So we do treat all conditions in those areas. Our sort of areas of focus are nose and sinus issues, so breathing issues through the nose, snoring, sleep apnea issues, hearing. That's a big center of ours. Our newest center is the cosmetic surgery center. Dr. Handler, who's here, is going to be helping to push that along. But really, 3 areas that we're known for, 1 area that we're going to be known for very soon.
That's great. And we'll talk about that in just a second. One of the things that I think is a testament to what you do is that many patients have referred others to you. Why do you think what you do resonates so well with people that they tell everyone else?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, you'd have to ask them to really know for sure. But I guess at the end of the day, it's really what I said. It's what you feel, and it's how it's delivered. So you go anywhere, you do anything, you go to a restaurant, you know when sort of things are the way they ought to be, and you know when things are maybe not so much. And so, you know, I guess I'd say I feel like we stand behind what we believe in.
There's a lot of what seems like takeovers by big medical groups that take over a practice. And while you've added a new member and you're excited to be offering different services, it seems like you're still not becoming part of that big box medical mentality.
And there's nothing inherently wrong with it, but that's not our vision. Our vision is razor focused on the areas we treat, razor focused on our patients, and really trying to bring the best of what's out there to them. And so, you know, bigger isn't better. It's my sort of my go-to point. Focused is better. Focused always is what you want. If you got an issue, you want the best options for those issues, period. And it doesn't really matter what the name of the door is. You know, we really want that individual care.
And now you've decided to grow a little bit, so that's where Dr. Ethan came in.
Yep, exactly.
So talk a little bit about what you're going to be doing, or you can tell us too what you'll be doing with Advent.
Sure. So, you know, I came here from California, and my main role is going to be helping Dr. Kandula kind of grow what he's doing as a base, and then also bringing my cosmetics background, of which I did a fellowship in cosmetic surgery and got board certified in that, and try and build that arm of the practice and be able to offer that to patients.
It's wonderful. You're from California, but you have some Wisconsin roots because you went to medical school here. So you know a little bit about Milwaukee and the change of seasons that we have. And I think that people in the Midwest tend to be very friendly. But his board certification and his background is very important to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
In having someone new added to your practice.
But at the end of the day, all the titles are great. It's really what's behind that. So he's a great person, great doctor. He pretty much is able to do what I do and then some. So he's able to do that cosmetic surgery focus. So, you know, really dealing with the inside of the face, also with the outside of the face. That's a different focus than what we've had in the past. But it's certainly something within our specialty that we can bring, and it really helps. I mean, there's a lot of folks who have issues on a lot of different fronts, and the more that we're able to do, the more we're able to help them.
I like that, on the inside of the face and now the outside of the face.
Yeah.
But California is known for a lot of medical advances. That's one of the things, especially in cosmetics. So what drew you to Advent and coming back here to Wisconsin?
I mean, really, it's the man sitting next to me and kind of his vision for the practice. And honestly, there's not anything that we don't offer at Advent that we, you know, was in California that was secretly only being kept there. So
darn it, I really wish, you know, that there were secrets. They were all going to come out.
Yeah, you know, we're doing it all here, and he's been kind of a pioneer in what we can offer patients here in Milwaukee and Wisconsin in general, and even the surrounding states. So I'm excited to be a part of that.
And leading the way has always been important to you. When I think about some of the things that you've done, you're often the first in the state. We talked about pioneering things, first in the state to do different procedures that are in office, that are less invasive, with quicker recovery, less downtime, all those things. As you look toward the future, is that growth and diversification important to you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the other thing. I mean, when we started this, we had no idea where we were going definitively, and that's the brilliant thing about what's going to be happening 5, 10, 15 years from now. There's been a huge demand for what we were doing. That's great, and I hope to be doing it better and differently in another year, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on down the road. So that's the neat thing with being independent, with being able to be focused on what we're doing, is the sky is the limit. There aren't any boxes that we live in. There aren't any conditions that we can't come after with full force. And I'm happy to bring in the challenge on.
Yeah, growth is fantastic. Great to see you. Great to meet you.
Nice to
meet
you
you
have
as
2
well.
offices we want to mention 2 locations. And Dr. Handler, is he at the Mequon office?
The
or
Wauwatosa office.
The Wauwatosa office. Okay, so here's where you can find the 2 locations for Advent. It's ADVENT.md to find out more. You can also see them at their North Mayfair Road office, which is in Wauwatosa. The phone number is 414-771-6780. There's also an Advent on North Port Washington Road in Mequon. Thanks again, guys.
Thanks
Nice
for being
to
here.
meet you.
Nice to
Thanks
meet
for
you.
having us.
Nice to meet you as well.
Absolutely.